Hello, friends. We're back. Finally. I know it's been a while. Okay. You know the reasons. I'm not going to go through it again. Okay. It's stressful. We have people. We have guests. Hello. Look, let's put Sabrina up here today, because Sabrina's the star today. Today we are talking to Sabrina T. Rudolph from Germany about her book, A Million Beginnings, which we have all read. I speed read, so God, that was hard. I haven't read a book in ages, but I've been doing all these. Look, the German support crew's here, guys. Hi. Have you got some friends with you?
For sure.
So along with Sabrina, we have Suey from the United States, Christy from Australia, and Amanda from Canada. Hey.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah. Right. First off, we're gonna do to you what we do to every other guest, and tell us how you actually got into K-pop.
How I got into K-pop,
because this is what this show is about.
Sure. So I got into K-pop in 2009. Actually, I went through Taiwanese dramas and Taiwanese music, and then I had a friend that once edited a video for me. Actually, it's a friend from Australia. Fun fact. And she used a Korean song on this video, and I thought, actually this is not bad. I should check it out. So I think me and my sister, we typed Korean music into YouTube in 2009, and then Sorry by Super Junior popped up because, well, that was their year, I guess. So, and then I checked it out, and actually I really loved the song and I loved the dance. And then, that's...
When was this, like 2008 or 9 or something like that?
2009, exactly, yeah.
I just don't know, so many people, a few of the hags got into it back then. My daughter got into it around 2009 as well. So who are your faves? Who are your favourite groups now that you got sucked into the whole Let's K-pop?
My favourite group, well, Super Junior will always be there. They will always have a special place in my heart. So, but then now recently I got a lot into Stray Kids, Monster X also, One We and One Us, this that G-Idol also with the girl groups. I like them a lot. So yeah, random groups, also random rookie groups these days. So I'm checking them all out.
We tend to collect a few as we go along.
We do.
Especially. Okay, right. The book. Now, look, the one thing I noticed and was we're going to ask you, which came first? Was it Invision Publishing or Invision Entertainment?
Good question. Then I am actually thinking I would need to ask my teammates that. I'm not sure.
Teammates,
completely.
So you in the chat, tell us. Because
I think Saha, she's somewhere in the chat. Saha from Tunisia, she is in the chat. Let me know.
Let us know.
Actually,
Let us know. We'll put it up on the screen, because I was like, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
So when I got to the end of the book, it says that this was a dream. So there's 3 of you in the team, and you all met in Seoul.
Exactly.
And how did you? Carry on.
Yeah, actually, it's like this. So one of the team members is actually my older sister. So the two of us, well, we know each other since I was born.
Okay, a bit longer.
Yeah. And we traveled to Seoul in 2011.
Oh, the names came at the same time, apparently. The names came at the same time.
Yeah, I think Invision was there a tiny bit earlier. Okay.
Okay.
So, and then we met in Seoul in 2011, actually in a coffee shop that belonged to Super Junior Yesong's parents.
Wow.
Yes, and so we spent a year. So Anya and me, we spent a year a year and a half living in Seoul, and then Saha back then was studying in Seoul National University. Very fancy. So yeah, we spent a year and a half having a good time, basically in coffee shops and K-popping, fangirling.
And also, now before I was supposed to do this show months ago, where you actually had a Kickstarter going, and I was reading that not only you actually almost had enough from the Kickstarter to get your second book going, right? Is that correct?
Well, the Kickstarter got us. We also got enough because we wanted to do a bit of a charity work also with it, because it's something that we all like to do. So
nice.
we also got enough money to do a little bit of that to donate to the Shiny Foundation. And sadly, we didn't reach our first stretch goal, which would have been a case for the book. But I think we are working very hard on it to still get it, because it was meant to look like a K-pop album, the book. And what would be a K-pop album without a case around it? So
that's a good idea.
Yeah, so we are trying to have a workaround to still get the case, even though the money didn't come. But yeah, it's basically a lot of money probably that also will be put in by ourselves. But as we believe in the project and we needed to get it running, even so the first book is more money investment than anything else. But
look, I asked the ladies if they wanted to ask any questions to you as well. So I'm going to go to Sue. Sue, have you got some questions?
Yeah. Am I sounding okay now?
Yeah.
Or is it sounding
you got a bit of a fuzz, but that's all right.
Oh, I have no idea what's going on. Okay, so the thing that most impresses me is that you had the guts, the courage to go ahead and do this kind of a project. So I just want to know where you get that courage from, and like what that moment looked like when you like actually decided we are going to do this thing, and this is what, and you laid out all these plans that you're going to do. Like, what was that like? And how did you get that courage?
Very good question. Actually, I've told the story before, but so actually the other two ladies in the team, so Saha and my sister Anya, they started to do like some kind of class recently about financial stuff. And then they were like, okay, we need to work on our financials. What are we doing? And then they had some ideas. And at one point they just dropped by and they said, okay, we have this amazing work idea and you have to help us. And I was like, okay, sure. What is it? And they said, how about we write a K-pop book series, like try to make the group very existent as much as we can, and try to make it a group that is basically safe for every K-pop fan and every fandom, because, well, they are never going to compete with your favorites for real in any award show. So so no reason to fight over anything. But Saha writes, but she doesn't write romance, or she doesn't write so much on the funny side. And my sister was just like, no, I'm not writing, but I want this book to be there. So you have to write. Yes, exactly. Like, okay, you have to write. And then I was like, actually, that sounds like so much fun. And I used to write before when I was still a teenager and had more time in life, but I lost it a little bit. And then for a long time, I had an idea for a book, but it somehow didn't come together. But then when they brought on the K-pop book, I was like, that sounds like such a fun idea, and I'll try my best to do it. And then, because I also didn't have to do it alone, we are 3 people, and I didn't have to sit, okay, what is the group like? What is the storyline and so on? But I had a team that were all brainstorming. Yeah. Okay, I want a group to be like this. We need a member like this. I want a storyline like this, and maybe we can make this happen. And so it was just collection. And now with the energy, it's actually like we all will always have a day where it's actually very tiring, as we all work, basically. So after work, we're like, oh, I cannot, I don't want to today. But then someone else is like, okay, but I have this amazing idea, we can do it. And then out of the 3 of us, there's always someone that has the energy and brings the other 2 back. So yeah, I had great support for this. That's why I think it works like this.
I mean, I just don't. I write, but I only write nonfiction. Like I've done, used to blog back in the days, and everyone used to blog. But you know, when I tried to write fiction, my attempts mostly were at school, and I'd really be good at introducing the characters and getting the action going, and then I'd just go, and then they woke up. It was all a dream. So I can never sustain it any longer to go very far. But what I wanted to ask you, which is, I really enjoyed the book, because I haven't, these days I don't have a lot of time to read, and I really just don't, because I'm always on the computer. But I really missed. We did the debrief for Imitation. And I missed that, so I didn't realize how much I missed that till I started reading the book. Like, because I was like, oh, nah, I like my real idols, but no, I actually really missed a little bit of sort of K-pop romance. So it was fun. But what I wanted to ask you was, I found, and because I don't read that often, and mostly what I do read is either Stephen King or nonfiction. Is the way you write everything in first person, but from different. Like I'm used to reading books where they have it from a different person's. They write it from a different person's angle, but you actually wrote it in first person from nearly everyone who was involved in the story. Yeah. Well, how'd you come up with that idea?
Well, the thing is, as we wanted everyone to really get to know these guys in the group, I found it very difficult to just write about them. But I thought that if I write about the person themselves, like in the first person perspective, then they will actually see the thoughts of every person and know what is happening to them in that moment. Yeah. So I feel like it makes it easier to actually really get attached to the person, because you will probably find one character that you will like for sure, or you think, oh, I can really relate to this. And I think for me personally, it was easier to go this way than just write in third person perspective or anything else. So that's why I decided to go for this way.
Yeah, it was good. It was sort of hopping between, and I really like the way you did the all the chapters is like song track names as well.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that.
It was really cute.
Yeah.
Because you start going,
what chapter were you? I was going to say, what chapter were you on when you realised? Because I shamefully was on about chapter 8 or chapter 9 before I realised.
I can't remember, but I remember looking up some songs after I realized.
I knew at the start. Well, really was when I was going, oh, it's an actual real track.
Yes, I think it was really.
I didn't realise they were real tracks. I thought, but then I realised also when that it started to match up with what was going on in the.
I think the K-pop fans and the ones that like many groups, they will figure it out most likely. At one point, for sure, but as we didn't really, because of legal rights and whatever, we couldn't really put so much of like, okay, we're using this song of this group somewhere. So I just put it out there, and I thought, okay, whoever knows, they know, and if they don't know, then I hope they figure it out at one point.
Yeah, we're pretty. You know what K-pop Twitter detectives are like, don't you? K-pop fans.
You probably have to be a good multi to because there's a lot of groups in there.
Yeah, and I think probably some songs are very obvious and easy, and some are not. So, yeah.
Anyone else have any questions on the book process before we get to the story? No.
I've got a follow on from that while we're talking about Easter eggs in there, because my next question is that there's some little Easter eggs of some groups mentioned in the book as well too. So I just wanted to ask, why did you want to pop those in there, and are you a fan?
Well, I'm pretty sure that, a fan more or less. I mean, some I like a lot, and some I follow the music or I know about them. But as I've been into K-pop since 2009, I've read a lot, I heard a lot, I've seen a lot about a lot of K-pop groups. So I think because at one point someone asked me also about what kind of research I did, and I said, well, most of the research was done throughout my years and years of being a K-pop fan. And so when you're looking for things that could happen to a K-pop group in some circumstances, you always will go like, you remember that incident with that group that maybe this or that, and then so.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's way too much crap to stories.
For sure, yes.
Way too much real life crap that's happened.
Yeah.
All right, look, I've got a question for everyone, right? And I did ask you this before the show. Who's your bias in Millions? Who's your bias? I'm going to tell you mine. Look, I was getting, the leader, and I know Chris, was it Junyoung or Junyoung?
Junyoung. Yeah. I've changed though. It's not Junyoung anymore.
Was he? I don't know. I don't know. I just had him in my. He was all in my mind. He was very mysterious and sexy and sort of like man of few words. And I just thought, hello, Junyoung. Someone like that. So, Sabrina, who's your bias?
Well, for me, it's very difficult to say, because that would be like, it would be like choosing my favorite kid or something. Well, some people
Fine.
can maybe, but I'm actually very protective of all of them. And ever since some people got to read the book, there's a lot of love, actually, I noticed, for Aaron, and a lot of love for Minso and Brian. And actually, I see everyone's name a lot, but who I don't see much is Taejun, which is the main character.
The main character. Well, it's kind of taken. I said, this is true. I was having feelings, all right? I was having feelings.
Yeah, so ever since I noticed that, I got very protective over Taejun. Say, okay, I have to fight for his rights. Poor guy is the main character. He doesn't get the love. So, yeah, but...
I bet Sui's got one of the babies. Let me guess.
I was really drawn to Minso and Aaron also, because their backstories they just rip your heart out. So I really liked them, but I do like Taejun. I do, but I always want to, like, he in a real group, he would be like the one that everybody's drawn to, and I always want to go to.
He'd be someone.
Somebody else.
He'd be someone.
Yeah, they all have such great personalities. I just love that. So,
Christy?
Okay, so I've decided Siwoo
Don't say Brian.
No, Siwoo, I've decided is probably the one that if it was a real group, I would tend towards. I think Taejun, he seems a bit brooding, and I don't tend to go for the brooding ones, even though I love a vocalist. But so he'd probably be my wrecker. Every time he sang, he'd just wreck me. So yes, so yeah. But Siwoo, I think, because he's just sensible and the grounding one, and the one that says the sensible things and keeps everyone together and does all the hard work in the background without complaining.
Yeah,
Amanda, who's got a sore throat. Amanda's got a sore throat. Do you need to whisper? Do you need to?
No, I'm okay. It just hurts, but
do a Taeyong.
I think probably Brian. It's been a while since I read it, so I'm like I can think of one, and then I went and looked through the Instagram.
I want Brian as well, just because he's
pictures
Aussie.
on your Instagram of all of them, and I was like, which one do I think? But I think Brian. I usually bias a rapper, so unless they're,
I knew you'd go for Brian. I knew it.
Very tall dancer, then usually it's the tall dancer. But rappers.
I just have to tell you, we would never spell Brian that way in Australia. Damn it.
No,
I'm pretty much aware of it, and I actually there was a specific reason why we needed a name to be like this, at least why Brian became Brian, and the way he was spelled. I think Saha stumbled over it, and then she's like, this is very interesting, because actually it's really difficult to find English names that are not, or like common English names that are not used already in K-pop, that you like. There is a Brian somewhere already, and there is an Aaron also, we know.
Yeah.
So then we're like, okay, then maybe we can maybe spell him differently, so it's a bit more interesting. And actually, I think it's from an Irish way of spelling the name.
Yeah, it does look more like. Well, but we are most. I reckon Australians come from the Irish anyway. So, all right. And I've got another. Actually, no, I'll go. Anyone else got any questions to do with the group or the story before I ask you another question?
I did wonder if you had, like, to me, the members are all very unique and individual, but you can see little things where you're like, oh, that reminds me of this idol, or but nobody felt like they were, like
one person.
It wasn't a fan fiction. It doesn't feel like you wrote a GOT7 fan fiction or something like that. But I just wondered if you did have idols who were kind of in your mind when you were creating these characters.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think actually it really depends sometimes on who is reading the book and what kind of groups that person knows. I feel like for some idols, or like some members of Millions, they might see different people because they know different people. But to me, I think it's really more a collection of all idols I know and no idols I know. It's like a mixture out of everything. I mean, I had also for the visuals, because I had to describe something, I had some kind of inspirational idols behind them, but if I say them out loud, they will forever be branded as this. So I'd rather
not.
Speaking of speaking of inspiration, I don't know. Now, do you pronounce, is it EW Entertainment, or as I like to pronounce it, EW Entertainment?
Well,
Why did I know you can't say, but was there anyone specific?
Well, I can tell you for sure that that because whenever we try to find names, we're like, okay, we need a name for this. Okay, what should we name it? And then we were playing around, and yeah, it was EW before it was EW. It was EW, and then I was like, okay, what should that be for? What is EW standing for? So that's why it became the East-West Entertainment, because they were bringing music from the east to the west. But basically, we just wanted EO, so we just had to figure out what it stands for.
Amazing. I love it.
That's great.
Right. Another question for all of you. If you could actually get a job with an Korean entertainment company, what job? I'll give you two questions. What job do you seriously think you'd be best at? And what job would you actually like? Now, I'd be good as a manager, because all I do is schedule. I get paid to schedule at work. I schedule you lot, and I think I could schedule a K-pop groups. What I'd like to do, I'd like to oil up Wonho, obviously, but I don't know if that's got a specific name for that job. Oiler. Sabrina, what would you like to do? And for you guys in the comments, let us know what jobs you'd like in an entertainment company. Don't be too pervy like me.
Yeah, I thought about it, and every time I think for real about it, I think like, actually, I don't want to work in entertainment because it sounds very, very stressful. Like the jobs that I see. I mean, also back then when we were in Seoul and we sometimes saw the managers doing the job, it seemed so tiring that I thought, oh God, it actually feels like. And also, one of my friends used to work at an entertainment company, and seeing her working and struggling with the hours and stuff, I was like, oh God, actually, I don't want to.
That sounds really boring. Yeah.
But I'd probably also be good with a manager, because that's also whenever we do stuff in the group, or when we travel and stuff, this is where I take charge mostly. So I think I'd be probably good at that. If I really would want to do it, I don't think so. But actually, like something like a stylist would be nice, because you just get to look at them while they're probably sleeping, and you get
and then
touch
they
hair and do stuff, and probably that could be.
Sui?
I always thought it would be really fun to be the videographer or the editor, the person that follows them around when they do those vlogs and thinks of what they, fun things they can do. And I know that's two different jobs.
Like a producer.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how great I would be at the editing part, but anyway, I just think it'd be so fun just to follow them around with a camera. It'd be so fun.
Yeah, it would be. It would be. Christy?
Well, I'd definitely be really good at being manager too, because that's pretty much what I do, is just organise things. So I'd definitely be really good at organising. I would hate it though. The long hours would kill me in like a week, I'm sure. And on a job I would actually want, I don't think I'd want any because of the long hours, but the person who feeds the audio through and clips it to their belt, that looks really fun. I'd like to do that at least once.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I like organising, but I work from home, so I get to organise in my recliner. Like, anything else is just a bit much. Amanda?
I don't know. I mean, I don't dream of labor, so but I think probably what I would be good at, I don't know. I'll be the janitor of the building. I'll go around, I'll dust stuff, I'll mop floors, I'll get to see everybody and go home at a reasonable time and live my life. But
and you
still
can just
be sort of there in the.
You stand behind your broom, listen to all the gossip.
Yeah, exactly. You pick the job that has the shorter hours.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else got any questions about, or any more questions about the book, about the story? Come on.
I think we've answered them all.
No.
Well, I did wonder what. I mean, this is more about the the group Millions, and I think maybe I have a sense of it having heard what some of the groups are that you like right now and listen to. But like,
Curves in the
what
chat here.
what is their sound in your opinion? What would Millions, if they had music, what would
this is
they
a good
sound like?
one.
Like whose table do they sit at? Are they hanging out with ATs or Astro? Like where are they situated, you know?
Well, back when I started writing the book, actually, I also sat down at one point because I needed to describe something, or I needed to come up with a comeback and stuff like this. So I sat down at one point and I made different playlists that with K-pop songs that could be maybe sounding for a sound for Millions, and there are different ones, like the ones that you have the title tracks, or you just have B-side tracks, or you have the funny cute songs and stuff like this, also songs for the fans. But as they have three rappers in there, I guess probably would go in more direction like something like BTS maybe, or Stray Kids or something like this, probably more that kind, even though with the vocalists probably can also be quite soft somehow. So like this and like this, I guess.
Stray Kids do a few ballady things. There's some gorgeous vocalists.
Well, I think like ATs,
I love
too,
the mixtapes.
they're known for being really hard and the rap and everything, but when they go soft and they let like Yoonho do his thing, it like it's real good too. So
yeah, I think ATs also definitely is in some of the playlists that I created back then for different kind of things. I think, for example, Wonderland and stuff like this is definitely also could be like, mostly probably more, as I say, with the three rappers, usually you don't go all just soft and cute mostly. So yeah.
Mike biases, you know, if you didn't get this, if that's what that is in reference to. Look, I'm so mad because you ended on a goddamn cliffhanger. Like, my mind, and I know we don't want any spoilers, but I've got 100 things in my head that could be happening right now in Millions Land. I'm just like,
I gave the book to my sister to read, one of my other sisters that actually is not really into K-pop, but I gave it to her to read just to see how the reaction of someone that is not into K-pop would be. And she said, I really liked the book, but she came out and she's like, there is a cliffhanger in the end of your book, bitch.
Yes, when you're doing a series, it pays to have a cliffhanger, because I was like, God damn, because I was like, yes, and it's going to be cliffhanger. So, look,
I mean, I had to make sure that the people are aware that this is a series and that there will be more books, and also that maybe not everything is closed as it is, like that the storylines that are there are not actually done yet. So there will be more to come, and all of these storylines will appear again in the next book. So
writing have you started the next book yet?
No, actually we have, but because the problem is, as we are only 3 people and we have the social media thing going on, and as we really try to keep we keep it up also with the Instagram with a group that does not exist. I mean, if I had the group, I would just go and say, okay, I need a picture of you, give me a picture, I'm gonna post it, it's great. But as I don't have
hire a group to run the
you need to hire Zoe. Yeah,
exactly. And so we have to somehow come up with ways to fill this social media without actually having a group, and it's actually quite time consuming often enough. And also right now, as we are still working out the final printed version of the book, like the whole layout and how it's going to look. But I think the plan was for us for tomorrow to have the first writer's room again for book 2, even though I think we have already a whole collection of ideas for every book that is to come, but just to make sure what happens really in book 2.
Well, this being right, so you've written your first book. Is there anything you change in the process, or what lessons did you learn? Any lessons on writing, and how are you going to go about anything differently this time around for the second book?
Well, one of my biggest problems was also that I'm not a native speaker in English, and back in school Yes, back in school, I used to learn British English, the Oxford English. That's what we learn in school. But somehow in high school, we shift to the American English more. So when I was writing, I was always like, oh, is this the English or is this the British? I am so confused in the spelling, and that actually the only native speaker in the beginning that helped with writing and reading the book is from Australia. But we decided to settle on the American English more than on the British or Australian. And we're always like, is this British or is this American? So this was one of the struggles. And also, obviously, I'm very good at translating German sayings directly into English, and I'm very convinced they are true. They have to be there. And then my friend says, is this something that you translated from German, right? And it's like, oh, okay, it doesn't exist in English. Sad, it sounded good to me. But yeah, so I think I got more consistent. So now I'm more aware. Okay, this is actually the American. This is the British. So this is something. Also, I found a new program that I used actually for making sure. The spelling and the comma actually is really difficult for me because it's very different from German also.
I'm really lazy. Every time I write something, but the Word doc always demands I put more commas in. I'm like, I wouldn't pause there, but yes, we should.
Yes. So I actually found a program that is very good on this, and I thought, okay, this time I'm going to use this way more early so we don't have all these discussions all the time. Is this like this or like this or like this or like this? But yeah, I think otherwise we found, the first draft of the book was written in 3 months. So, and I think we had a good system that I wouldn't really change, but I actually earlier, Saha, one of the teammates said, actually, you know what we learned? We learned to change the plan. So we had a plan, and we fixed on some stuff, and at one point I was very like, it doesn't work out, I don't know how to fix it, and it's like, it's okay, just change it then, just change the plan, forget the plan.
You just got to go with it.
It's like, yes, exactly. So to sometimes not just like loosen up and whatever, just do something and really write something rather than be stuck. Like just write something. It can be fixed and changed and made better later on, as long as there's something to go with in the beginning. So yeah, I think this is something I learned.
Get away with it. Just do it and don't procrastinate.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Unless anyone else has got any questions, we're going to get onto a game soon. Can I look? Where can people actually get your book? And can one of your fabulous friends in the comments drop a link in the maybe drop a link in the comment section? I'll put it in the description as well. But where can we actually get hold of it?
Well, right now our Kickstarter campaign finished, and we started, we are working together with BackerKit, which is helping also with collecting the shipment fees for all the orders that we got through Kickstarter. But BackerKit also offers a shop. So right now you can still order the book and the ebook and also some of the add-ons through BackerKit. And
someone will drop that link in the comments.
I think someone will drop the link. Yes,
and then I'll also put it in the description.
Yes, also if you follow our Instagram, so the Invision Pub Instagram, it has a link tree on top where actually all the links are that you can buy the book right now. And I think this is open until April, but we plan to also put it, of course, on Amazon ebooks and stuff like this. And then we have to figure out through a own online shop and also try to bring it to the local stores somehow. So, but right now,
everyone check out in the description, because I'll actually have the Twitter and the Instagram for Invision Publishing, for Sabrina, and for the fabulous group Millions. So check out there, check out the fabulous boys. Right, we're going to play a game, because it wouldn't be Road to Hagdom without a game. I haven't got my music, so Right, now I don't think Miranda, my moderator, was actually going to be here, but I don't think she is. I haven't seen her tonight. So guys, in the comments, you can fight about who's the winner of the you can fight amongst yourselves as to who's the winner of the viewers. I'm just gonna do the right. So we've got Sabrina. Just pretend there's some game music going on. Da, da,
Okay.
da. I've got Sue. I've got
I was gonna
Christy. Christy's going to lose apparently because she doesn't like this sort of game. She's already given in.
I do horrible too. It's like
I can't do games either. So
I don't have the confidence to like guess. I'll know it, and then
Okay.
I'll be like, no, I must be wrong.
You've got the worst
Okay,
team
look,
here,
I
Frankie.
will, send me the link on Twitter, and I will put it in the description. Mike's singing some music. Thanks, Mike. All right,
Thanks,
this game is called Who Dat Be. I know you all hate this game. Look, I don't even care anymore. I don't care if you hate the game. But now the game. Tell you who should be good at this game, Sabrina. Do you know why? Because I used people from groups she hadn't heard Twitter bio saying they were her favourite groups.
Okay,
No pressure, Sabrina. No pressure.
Yeah. But we play these we play these games a lot, but actually usually Saha is very good at these. She's the one that knows all the faces, and I'm like, okay, sure. So let's see. I'll try my best.
Right, so you have to. It's going to be blurry, and you have to. The first one who says who it is. All right, everyone, shut up. I don't shut up. Just actually say the name. You in the comments. I don't know. Someone organise the comment section. I don't care what happens. I don't care what happens in there. You can murder each other. Let's go. You'll have to unmute your mics because every time I put it on the mic.
This is Donghae.
Yes, it is.
Junior.
Yes, it is. We just have to wait till it gets to the end so we can see if any of the. So we're getting 10 points, and the last person gets 50 points for the last round. So anyone can win. No, it's Donghae, everyone.
See, I never would have guessed that. That hair does not say
neither.
Donghae.
That's why I did it. Okay,
How did
Sabrina
you get
got
that?
it.
That is
Super Junior.
Super Junior, yeah. Yes.
Right. Let's see who's in the comments.
And the hair was very obvious
Oh, yeah,
for me.
Tammy got it.
Yeah.
Tammy.
Let's see. Tammy's the winner of that one.
Nice.
Someone keep score in the comments because I can't be bothered. All right. Now, if you want to say who it is, you're just going to unmute yourself because as soon as I put the music on, you mute. All right. Next one.
Okay.
Amanda, is it Lisa? Nope.
No.
Never mind.
Is this Soli maybe? Is this an FX lady? No.
No. Go check out your Twitter bio.
Oh yeah.
She looks really different. It's EU from Everglow.
Yeah. It's the girl groups. I'm very bad actually with these ladies' names. It's very difficult. The girl groups with the names. Oh my god.
She is the leader and rapper of Everglow. No one got that. No one got it in the comments either. Jeez.
Yeah, I was thinking G-Idol too, Saha, but anyway.
Yeah, she looks really different. I must admit, I picked one that she looked really different, like I did for Dong. Okay, next one. Got to unmute. You know this. Now, in the comments, what you see coming up on your computer might look different to what I can see. It's so young. Nobody got that.
Nope.
Nobody
When it
got
first
that.
came up,
Oh.
my brain saw a Thai actor that I've watched before, and then I couldn't see anything else. So it was like
That
I know
was
it's that,
really
yeah.
even in the end I thought, really? This is so weird.
As I was saying to the people in the comments, you might see yours coming up first, but it might not come up first on my side. So they're usually, there's always big arguments on viewer quiz night. Everyone wants to beat me up because I say someone else got first, but it's just comes through in a different order. All right.
Yeah.
Next one. There's someone in this group that I expect to get this. Someone in this group better get this. And I know I mean a particular person.
Shocking.
You know who it is.
Is this Stray Kids Han?
Yes, it is.
Yay!
Sabrina, that's for you. I put that in for you, Sabrina. You stole it. You stole it from me.
I'm telling you, I'm so bad at this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. If any of the always my bias too. Oh, sweetie. You wouldn't think so though. I'm basically hoeing myself out to most of Stray Kids. Oh God. Like
Understandable.
I reckon,
Yeah, actually,
that's my bias. That's what. Hang on, Han's my bias. Whoops. Okay.
actually, for Jisung, it was Han is actually when I first started to learn all of the Stray Kids names, and then Saha wanted to always push me for Hyunjin, and I was like, I don't know, I don't feel it. But so Jisung was my protection. I was like, no, I'm just gonna stay with this one.
Yeah, it's safer. Don't go. Once you've gone down the Hyunjin road, there's no coming back really. Next one. Oh, a bit fast that was, wasn't it? Calm down. Mike should get this.
Is this Key shiny?
That's what I was
Yes.
gonna say.
Oh.
Dang it. I didn't unmute fast enough.
Sorry.
Just yell. Hang on. So Sabrina's won 3 and then no one else has won any. All right, fine.
Yeah, well, that's how it goes.
Yes, Mike. So
You should
Amber.
know
No
by
no
now.
surprise
Lucy's
here.
not here, so nobody's gonna answer.
Yeah, poor Lucy's in not
Lucy get
hurt
all of them.
foot. She got a sore foot. She would have won. Well, we don't know. It was because Sabrina. Like if it was just the Hags, you don't know. But with Sabrina here, not saying she'd beat Sabrina, the special guest. She may have though. We just don't know.
Most
Okay,
probably
next
she would.
Mike. Whole conversation going on with Mike there. Anyone?
Nope, I don't even know.
That's Onda from Everglow. It's Onda from Everglow. Let's see if anyone in the comments gets it. No one's getting it.
CL twice.
Sia. It's not Sia.
Twice,
You can't just put the
Question
group.
mark.
You have to put the person. Come on. You can't just go twice.
They're helping us.
No. Oh. But they're 15 seconds behind, so we're sort of actually helping them. All right. So next one. Mike hates Everglow for some reason.
Mike.
It's my son. It's my son.
I was about to say, is this...
Hong Jun.
I was
it's
thinking
AKA.
it, but I hesitate too long. I gotta start saying things because
Just shout. Man,
But
shout. It's Hong Jun.
I didn't know the hair. Do I
I
know?
know.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
It was from their
I've never
photo
seen him with
book.
the-
Is it
no,
season
but the
three or
chin,
something?
the chin. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's gotta be.
That was a season's greetings or something. I just found that.
I
Photo.
think
Anyway,
I think my
today.
friend right now and my niece is kicking my ass probably mentally right now watching. Well, you don't know 80s people.
Oh, Sammy and Mike about to throw down. All right, next one.
Wow, this picture.
Sungmin.
Yeah.
Sungmin. Let's see if anyone in the chat has got it. No one's got it yet.
He's very changing. I feel like every time I see him, he looks different.
Yes, that was Sungmin. Yes,
Really?
it was. All right, we have one more before the bonus round, or the last the 50-point round. Let's try and get this one. Let's go.
Is this Anyhock from Super Junior? Yes, he is, isn't it? Yes. I was actually, this was my first ever bias, and I was so scared to get him wrong, and I was like, I don't dare to say it.
You haven't let yourself down this time.
It's like, oh my god, my heart. This is like really my very, very first K-pop bias ever. It's like, I cannot get this wrong. If it's not him, I'm gonna die in shame in some corner.
All right. So I think, Sabrina, I've got you having answered 4, Christy 1, and the other 2 none. So the last round being 5, anyone could win. 50, anyone could win. I didn't think it'd work out like this. This is so exciting, guys. It's sudden death. Oh my god, the drama. Okay, the drama. Okay. Everyone ready? Here we go.
Oh, it's C1.
She-won, yes.
Yes, Amanda! Amanda wins everything.
Yay.
Good guess.
Actually, he was
Man wins
very
the whole damn thing.
good, very good job. Actually, it was with the very first one. It's like, this better be She-won when it blurs, like it goes away.
Yeah.
But I doubted for a second. So good job, very good job.
Amanda slides in for the win. Well, thank you. Ending on that dramatic and wonderful. It's just like one of those Olympic moments where someone falls over and the other person just is the only one left standing and goes, no, I didn't mean that at all. But just a bit like that. Just a bit like that. So
It's exactly like that. You're going to be in it to win it.
And people, if you enjoyed that, we have viewer game night. Well, we have a game usually at the end of every show, but if you want a specific viewer game night where we actually score you in the comments as to the answers for these and announce you win a champion with fake confetti, keep an eye out and subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to start doing those every couple of weeks. Right, Sabrina, thank you so much. Thank you to the rest of the crew from Invision Publishing who've been lurking in the comments and making the night a bit more fun as well.
Thank you for having me here.
Check out all the links. Check out all the links in the description. Wait maybe 5 minutes if you're going to check out some links, because I actually have to put them in there where to get the book from, because I'm really organised. And we will see you all. We're doing another show next week, and it's actually, would you believe it or not, another book show. So apparently we're doing books now. So we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.